Rajon Rondo finally gave us his side of the story between him and CP3. The article was on ESPN after they interviewed him. I will actually put the link in the description so you can read the article yourself. And after reading what Rondo said, just being objective about what he said, and being a former basketball player, now a weekend warrior, a lot of you guys who play basketball, reading his comments, if you're a reasonable person, you'll understand what he's saying to be 100% true. And I tend to agree with what Rajon Rondo said, besides one point that he made. But essentially, Rajon Rondo was saying that he was exacerbated because he had a mouthpiece in his mouth. And for those who don't know, when you have a mouthpiece in your mouth, a lot of times it accrues a lot of spit. So every time you try to talk or breathe or whatever, sometimes when you take out the mouthpiece or move it around, some saliva comes out. So he was saying, I was getting ready to tell Chris CP3, get the F out of here. And a little spit came out, but he said, if you look at my body language, I didn't necessarily try to, if I spit on somebody, I'll be ready for them to fight and whatever the case is. He said, I was looking away, my hands were down. It's not like I was really in a big fighting stance, fight or flight situation. He basically was saying that it was basically just from the moisture from the mouthpiece that came out. He didn't necessarily intentionally spit on him. And that's what I've been saying from the beginning. Our reporters like Stephen A. Smith and other people, hey, he spit on him. That's Shannon Sharp was going to the extreme. Rondo spit on CP3. I'm gonna have to fight. I'm gonna have to get 20 games. I'm trying to put you to the ground. But if you watch the video, and they had the slow mo video so slow just to get a little bit of spit that came out, and it's not necessarily like Rondo hawk spit on the guy or whatever the case is. So that's why I tend to believe what he said. One thing I disagree with Rondo though in this situation, saying that CP3 is a bad guy or whatever the case is, because that doesn't have to do anything with what happened in terms of the suspension, the fight, or whatever the case is. Because the same thing people are saying about CP3 being a bad guy, people can say that about Rondo. People could say, well, Ray Allen, Dwayne Wade could come through and say, hey, I had problems with Rondo in Chicago. Ray Allen could say I had problems with Rajon Rondo in Boston. So you don't necessarily want to get into a character situation. But speaking of character, that does play a role in how the suspensions were dealt. Because if you look at it, okay, you had a little bit of moisture on your face. CP3 mushed the guy in the face. I mean, what do you expect him to do? To just be like, stand there and take CP3's hand all in his face? I mean, Rondo's going to swing or whatever the case is. But CP3 in this situation, it's crazy that they suspended him, but the NBA sees the culpability in this. Because CP3 is, president of Players Association, so he has a higher standing or higher reputation than the Rajon Rondo, like in terms of getting suspended and getting the benefit of the doubt. But, even though Rondo's comments on him not being a good guy may hold some merit, you don't want to use that as your main source of your argument. That's why I love the fact that he came out and actually said something. Like, to me, he didn't have to say anything for me, because when I look at the video, when I look at the reports, whatever the case is, he didn't do it intentionally. Sometimes when you're speaking to somebody, even sometimes maybe I'm speaking to the camera, whatever the case is, you might see a little spit flying out my mouth. It's normal. It's normal for some people, especially if you have a mouthpiece or if you have braces. Think about someone who has braces, mouthpiece, stuff like that. So that's just normal. So I'm glad he came out with it. Because then this could essentially silence the critics, even though some people might still believe that he intentionally did it. I don't think he did. And a great point that he made was, if I intentionally spit on this guy, why didn't Carmelo or LeBron or anybody, why didn't they say whoa like that? Because that's what I was thinking to myself when I watched the video. I was like, if he spit on him, wouldn't somebody be like, yo, you taking it too far, or step in for him, whatever? They just essentially like let CP3 get spit on and nothing happened. So either you guys are really bad teammates, or he really didn't get spit on how he said. And then another great point he made was that if somebody spits on you, you're going to want to fight him. You're not going to try to go to the sideline and tell people, oh, he spit on me. Like, I know he got a couple blows, but he wouldn't go to a normal person wouldn't necessarily go to the sideline and say, see, he hit me. See, he got me. Like, he did this to me. Like, that's not a normal reaction. So, I mean, maybe in the heat of the moment, CP3 felt like, yo, this dude just spit in my face. But in all actuality, it was just like a freak accident. And Nothing too crazy, nothing too major. I tend to agree with him. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think he really spit on him, or do you think it was just kind of blown out of proportion? Do you believe his mouthpiece story? What about this whole thing about CP3 being a bad guy? Because at the end of the day, we all could be bad guys. So I don't think that holds any merit. And we'll see how it plays out from there. Hoops Junction. Where hoops meets hoopla. Like, comment, and subscribe.